Is the microphone? Does it need to come up?
Yeah, you're pretty quiet.
JT's mic is quiet.
All right, I'll pull it
That's
up.
why we have sound check, people.
That's a
That's
little
why we have
better.
sound check.
Is that better?
That's a lot better.
This sounds like when I'm on the plane and United used to let you listen to the pilots talking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Oh.
what this feels like to me right now.
And they would say stuff like, "That wire looks a little loose. Oh, we're gonna take it off anyway."
Yeah, exactly.
Doesn't look
Oh,
like-
you always get to sit in the left seat. I want to sit in the left seat one time.
Because I'm the pilot.
I used to every time we'd get some turbulence, I go, "I knew that was coming, everyone. Just so you know, I was listening in. I knew like 15 minutes ago it was going to get bumpy."
I didn't say anything. Juwan sounds like he's broadcasting from a tractor tonight. Is that what's going on with you, Juwan?
Actually, it's a cotton baler. It's not running. I had to shut it off because I'm in an agricultural museum in Central California. I wish I knew what the town was, but there's a place where you can learn how cows get milked, and there's a wheat baler. Oh no, it's corn. You're right. It is a corn thing, and you can play with them. I'm just sitting here, steering the cotton baler around.
He's just baling cotton.
Baling cotton.
And JT's got his microphone fixed, and Leland Klassen is in the house tonight from Canada.
Yeah.
Star of
Yeah.
stage and screen.
We've had a number of people who have requested that we do a tribute to Canada, and so I
You
thought
haven't.
That
Yeah, we
number
have.
is 2.
that number's 2. Now we've had
And
a
they're
few
both
more than that.
Canadian.
They're both from Canada.
Well, yeah. But when I decided that would be a good idea that we honor the Great White North, the first person that popped into my head was Leland Klassen.
Bob and Doug McKenzie. Oh, sorry.
They were second and third.
Okay, do you guys remember that SpaceX launch? It was Bob and Doug.
No.
What?
Okay, so SpaceX, they did this launch. It was the thing, and the guys' names were Bob and Doug, and they kept saying Bob and Doug. And all of Canada was laughing the entire time.
Of course, it's Bob and Doug.
Bob and Doug going to space.
Is that working, Dad?
No, it's not
Dang
working.
it! Why is it not? Did you even
Oh,
hear
no.
it?
We hear
We hear
it,
it,
but
yeah.
we can't
But
see
it's-
it.
But the
Yeah.
graphic isn't working again.
Tune in
Hold on,
this
hold on,
week
hold
to
on.
another
It's
episode
working in the
of
thumbnail. Are you sure you've got?
Hey,
are
wait.
you
Maybe
Well-
I don't have it. We're gonna start it over because for crying out loud.
Oh, why doesn't it work? Oh, wait.
Okay, okay. I think I got it now.
This
Oh,
we're
there it goes.
normally much more professional than this.
At least I didn't put any comments up yet. Normally I waste those. There it goes. There it goes. Look at it moving. Look
It's
at it moving.
Whoa,
too late
it's
now.
So pretty.
Oh, cool.
It's too late. So was that it? Was that the end of the SpaceX story when we interrupted you, Leland?
Hang on, I'm watching this. I'm too enthralled in this. I'll talk to you after the intro. This is just too good.
We're not messing around anymore.
Take a seat, gonna grab a snack, gonna kill a room, gonna talk some smack. Cutting it down like a lumberjack, come and take a ride in my Cadillac. Kicking it live on the radio, everybody got a right to know. This ain't my first rodeo. Hit the spotlight, here we go. Are you ready for the show?
And we are ready.
All right, I'm gonna take Leland backstage.
Well, okay. If you're going to take him backstage, then we'll never know how the SpaceX turned out. But okay,
right.
You're the boss. You are the boss. You're kind of a hoser, eh? You took our guest backstage.
Take off, you knob.
You're kind of a hoser. You got a beer in a tree. That's what you are. You're 4 pounds of back bacon,
3 French toast,
3 French toasts.
2 turtlenecks.
Let's
And a
do the
beer.
whole song. Let's just listen to a tribute to Bob and Doug McKenzie. How about that? Hey, welcome to SCQS, everybody. My name is John. I'm your host. We've got underneath me John Thomas Oakes, who's who's our resident musician and friend, and then to his right is Brian April, who's our resident double-fingered pointer, and then Juan DeVivo, who I didn't even expect to be here, which is why I changed my background to Juan.
Church is running late, so I thought I'd hang around a little bit and show you guys a real corn combine. Well, it's really just the part where the steering wheel is. As you can see, it's the rest of the agricultural museum that we're playing next to today.
Doesn't look like there's much corn to combine in that area where you're at. It looks pretty flat.
Not right where we are, but there's corn around.
Outside, you got to take it outside.
Yeah.
He could get to corn fairly quickly from where he's at if he needed
corn
to.
came from Indiana.
Yes, it's transported in trucks out to California, and then they run over it with their combine.
Yeah,
Just
we reset it. We We have to put it up on the stalks and just.
It's called inclusive farming.
Yeah,
they want to include everybody.
Mm-hmm. So, are you going to? Do you have time to show us the milking machine again? Because that was kind of a highlight for me.
I don't
Do you
know.
remember how to get back to it?
So there are. Oh, I'll walk around here.
There's udders
they're still getting
in
ready.
the vicinity.
Utter madness.
I gotta get this thing. So there's the place that shows. This is all to show you how a farm works. And here's the cow.
Mm-hmm.
And I just thought it was funny that cow was there, but then I saw there's a milking machine.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Sounded like a
church now. Sorry.
All right, see you.
Let's see.
Sounded like a jet taking off. No wonder those cows are happy out there in California.
Happy cows, happy milk.
Happy cows, happy milk. We have a giant show for you tonight. I don't know if our producer can get the graphic up in time to make it worthwhile. But giant show tonight. We've got, as I said, Leland Klassen is in the house, and we are doing a special tribute to Canada per your request, ladies and gentlemen. This is what you asked for, and we always do everything that we are asked. So if this is a typical show represented by that woolly mammoth, then tonight's show looks a little something like this. And I think that is a fair representation. What's that, Brian?
I was gonna say that's the new Canadian Mountie outfit.
That Canadian Mountie is actual size too.
Yes,
they're big, but they're still very nice and friendly. So it doesn't matter how big the Mountie is; you're in no danger. They're giant.
Unless
All
you're
right,
slightly whiplash, and then you got to worry.
we have a bracket update that we need to get to before we bring Leland up, because I know that many of you have been voting away for your favorite SCQS segment. Some of you have severed relationships over this, and that's fine. This is the sort of thing that you really should decide who your friends are going to be moving forward. And so we got started last week. Brian is going to give us an update this week and show us where the brackets are.
Yes, our
there's where
March
you go.
our March Mayhem update. I got to say that I do have some issues. I am really shocked at some of these things. So in round 2, the round of 32, match number 1, stay away from Frankenstein's breakfast table, as I like to call it. Then went up against Hard to Hear Lyrics, and Hard to Hear Lyrics beat it out, which I was really, really, really surprised at. I don't know if we're going to hear the lyrics if it wins. I don't know, but
Here they are.
They
Here
are,
they are
not,
in this envelope, and all we need is 100 live viewers. But nobody really cares. That surprises me too, because nobody really cares about hearing the lyrics. If they did, they'd be here.
Yep, absolutely. So that was a big upset right off the bat. Then we had Here Comes the Skeletons versus Andrew's solo. And Here Comes the Skeletons won 62-38.
Okay.
Another pretty decided big win.
Mhm.
The closing theme, Jasmine's theme, as it's affectionately known as. That's kind of like Annie's song. It's Jasmine's
Mhm.
theme.
Jasmine's theme.
Went up against Cornbread and Butterbeans. Won 76-24. Now I feel like I want to do a sports reporter thing. The Sea Shanty won 81-19 over the opening theme, JT's theme, which again, another. Well, he was kind of going against himself.
That's right. It's John Thomas Oakes versus John Thomas Oakes. So no matter which one comes out on top, it's going to be JT.
That's right. I think we all are winners at that point. So, and then we moved into the images and meme round, and the Palpatine taco meme won 62-38 over the fart in a bowl of mac and cheese.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So that was a pretty big thing. And also, I just want to point out that the brackets are now open for the next round. By the way, for the round of the Sweet 16, so you get in there, and I think they're going to close at the end of the show. So you still have time to do it because they're still going on. The SCQS logo edged out Thanos Bryan 52-48. Gary's host caricatures won 76-24 over the Keeper Fish. Which that was a tough matchup. And Keeper,
sorry, Fish. Yep,
it's a floater now. Brian's excited baby GIF won pretty handily 90-10 over the face swap Punk family.
Mm-hmm.
John didn't want to see his face on on the mom anymore.
Yeah.
There it is.
There it is. That one's going all the way.
That one makes me laugh. It's actually, I think, losing this round. So, and then in our segments, TP Rorschach, not Rorschach, as we've learned, lost 43-57 to Judge Juan. Judge Juan moves on. Okay. Australian Slang beat When Would You Eat This? And not by unanimous vote either. There was 76-24. So, but sadly, When Would You Eat This has been eliminated. So we're all sad. We're all sad by that. Yep. Board Quarantine Voices won 62-38 over Crowd Scavenger Hunts. One of the closer matchups, Gen Z Lyrics and the Overly Specific Mad Libs. Mad Libs moves on 57-43. Okay. So again, Jawan fighting against himself.
Yep.
The Puffer Fluffer loses to Tossing Kids Over the Fence. I think that one's got a good run in it right there. How to avoid huge
That's
ships.
Just the funniest thing. When would you eat this? Busted my bracket. When would you just saying Puffy Fluffer edged out throwing kids over the fence is a line that belongs on a coffee mug or a shirt or something.
You will get that nowhere else. You will get that nowhere else.
Just on this show.
The How to Avoid Huge Ships went 71-29 over the Snow Flamethrower. Yep. And another really close matchup, the Hallelujah Toilets barely survives over the Grandma with Inhaler decal. So that was really close. And then this was kind of shocking. Swooping Season, pretty large victory, 62-38 over the Danny DeVito cutout. So Danny DeVito cutout is gone.
Lost to Swooping Season. Okay.
Yeah, Swooping Season. So you still have some time to get into the Sweet 16 and vote for them. I think, again, they're going to close them at the end of the show. So if you haven't voted for them now, this is the time to get in and do it.
It's time to make it happen. Okay. Well, it wouldn't be March Madness without some upsets. Is that right, Brian?
That is truly what March Madness is all about.
And so there's some things that make your heart hurt, and then there's some things that you cheer for, and that's all part of the madness. And so we want to encourage you guys to be good sports about this. Okay, I know that some of you had your heart set on when would you eat this, making it all the way, and it didn't. Okay, but be grown-ups about this, because if you can't control your emotions, then we won't be able to do this again next year.
That's right.
And,
that's right.
So we need you to be good sport.
We will not bring back. When would you eat this if you cannot behave yourselves?
Right, if you can't behave yourselves, because remember the world is watching us, okay? And you're representing SCQS, and so if you're pitching a fit and making a scene, that just makes all of us look bad. So, All right, we're gonna bring Leland out because we've got so many things that we need to cover in paying tribute to Canada. 150 years celebrating. No, 150. Anyway, 150 is not even a number that I intended to say out loud. So Leland is going to come out, and we're going to play a quick game of rock, paper, scissors. Actually, Brian and JT are going to play a quick game of rock, paper, scissors with the producers to find out which one is going to help me grill Leland with the affirm or deny segment. So the producer's already got her choice, and she's going to put up the banner. So the two of you, I'll count to 3, and then you put up your symbol, and then we'll see how it fares against the producer. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, so we've got scissors and rock, and the producer has paper, and so that would be that'd be JT, right? Because JT put the scissors up.
Yeah, JT wins.
And that beats paper, and Brian and his rock will be waiting backstage, and we will bring you out in just a little bit. Feel free to make wise mouth comments from the comment section, Brian. All right, without further ado, you guys know how this works. You fill up the comment section with emojis and clapping symbols because, again, making his second appearance here on the Starving Comics Quarantine Show is our dear friend from up north, Leland Klassen.
Yay!
And there he is.
Hey,
Leland has, we're good. Leland has been looking forward to this show for 6 minutes now because he almost forgot to come on.
that's true. A question about rock, paper, scissors.
Uh-huh.
I thought you can't have 3 people doing it, like, because scissors beats paper, but the rock beats, but then paper beats rock. Like you have a 3-way. Isn't that how it works?
That is how it works, but they were going against the producer, not each other.
Oh, I see. Okay, so it wasn't
Right, so
3
the
of them.
producer-
I got you.
Right.
Okay.
This is not our first rodeo. Didn't you
This
pay
is-
attention to the
I should have
lyrics?
paid attention to the opening lyrics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a little faith in us.
You know what? You know what I noticed from that though? You were like, "Hey, we're professional here, okay?" And you're saying that over the theme song as it's playing. I'm like, sort of.
Mhm.
You're sort of professional.
That's how we do pro up here. It's good to see you. It's been a while since we talked. Is everything good with you?
No, things are horrible. If you want the truth, I can't work in my own country, and I'm losing my mind. I'm not doing well. It's a good thing I don't own a gun, is what I'm basically saying to you right now.
So what's the deal? You can't work in Canada because of COVID?
no live events.
Hmm.
So every province is different, but I think it's pretty much across the country now. No live events.
Wow.
At all. What about church?
Not in my province.
Wow.
Wow. So this is going to
There
be
are
fun.
some provinces where you can meet in small groups or something, but we can't have church.
Okay.
Wow.
So this is going to be a fun show, you guys, because what we have to do is basically try to cheer up our Canadian guest and help him.
I have loved my whole life. I have loved Canada, but I'm starting to really question some things, folks. I'm starting to question my allegiance to this country.
Wow.
So we've got to sell the Canadian on living in Canada during this show. So
this is ridiculous. I might even lose the CFL. That's the one thing I hung my hat on. 105, 106 years of Canadian rules football, and now they're talking merger with the XFL. It's like there's not even a league. It's folded twice between the two times they've done it. They don't even average one season, and that's who you want to. Anyway, don't get me started. I'm losing my mind.
Wow.
I'm not actually laughing at you, but I'm up to the challenge. Me and JT will we've got some affirm or deny questions here.
Okay.
And you can affirm, or this is how this works. I'm going to ask you some questions about Canada,
Okay.
And when I wrote these questions, I was sort of I was sort of trying to be a little bit adversarial in these questions, thinking that you would defend Canada. But now this might just be a pile-on session. We just might collectively bash Canada.
All right.
All right, affirm or deny.
Okay.
The Stanley Cup has its own bodyguard. Affirm or deny.
Its own bodyguard.
Mm-hmm. Like a guard.
Deny.
For the Stanley Cup.
Deny it.
JT, do you want to weigh in on this?
First of all, what's the Stanley Cup?
Oh my goodness.
I don't know. I don't know what a Stanley Cup is.
See, what's great is that Leland hates Canada now, but even that question still offended him.
Yeah. You know what? You guys are already starting to win me back a little bit.
What's the Stanley Cup, Leland?
The Stanley Cup is the NHL championship. It's the Super Bowl of the NHL.
Oh, okay.
Lord Stanley donated it back in the day. I don't know how many years ago, 100 years ago, something like that. I don't know.
Okay.
And he was a British lord, or a Canadian British lord, whatever. I don't know.
Okay.
Lord Stanley.
Same thing, right?
Well, to give you some idea of how important the Stanley Cup is, it does in fact have its own bodyguard.
Wow. Okay.
There is a guard for the Stanley Cup.
So I didn't even get a chance to affirm it.
Would you have affirmed it?
Just gave me the answer, right? I
Yeah.
have to affirm or deny it.
Go ahead and affirm it.
I'll affirm that.
Wait a minute. Are we treating this game like a U.S. election? That's not fair. You can't just add stuff later. That's not how it works.
There you go. That's the Leland I remember.
There you go.
All right. Affirm or deny. It's weird to name a lake Superior when it's already called Great. Affirm or deny.
When it's already called Great? Oh, because it's the Great Lakes.
It's already a Great Lake.
Superior is
You call
one
it
of the Great Lakes.
Mhm.
So I'll affirm that. I shouldn't have given all the answers to.
It's hard to know which way to throw your head,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah, it's the opposite of what you think.
Yeah. I'll affirm that. Yeah.
Everybody's affirming that, and that doesn't necessarily have a definitive answer like the Stanley Cup one did. I just personally think it's weird if you've got all of the lakes are great, and then you've got Lake Superior, and it's like, well, the rest of all these other lakes really aren't that great, are they? This one is
they could
superior.
still be great if there's one that's better. It's superior. But the thing that throws me off, it's not even the top one. Like out of all those lakes, shouldn't Superior be like the one that's on the top in the map?
You'd
And
think.
it's not.
You'd think.
I would think.
Or is it? I don't even know.
Yeah.
Well, they don't really. Yeah. Anyway, we're
It's a little bit presumptuous. It is.
Yeah,
It is presumptuous.
I agree.
Presumptuous Lake is what I'm going to call it from now on.
Lake Presumptuous.
That's how mad I am at Canada.
Oh, that's great. You need to come up with a whole set of lakes that have
Yeah.
names like that.
Lake Presumptuous.
Call them the lesser lakes. You got the Great Lakes and the lesser lakes starting with presumptuous. I like that.
The lesser. I like that.
Lake Stuck Up.
Yeah, yeah.
Lake Arrogant.
Lake
Yeah.
apathetic.
All right. Affirm or deny, the longest beaver dam in the world is in Canada.
The longest beaver dam?
Mhm.
I'm gonna deny that.
JT.
I'll affirm it.
JT is right. The guy who doesn't know what hockey is knows his beaver dams.
You know, maybe my problem is not so much I'm having so much trouble with Canada. Maybe I just don't know Canada well enough.
That's what it is. You're focusing on the wrong things, Leland.
Yeah.
If you start thinking about
I
the names of Great Lakes and beaver dams, and you'll feel better about it.
It's just this lockdown and 2 years of not having a budget. Like our prime minister just won't give it. He's like, no, I'm not going to tell you. I'm starting to question some things. The healthcare. I've had really good care. People are like, "Oh, I thought you," but now I'm realizing maybe it's just because my doctor's my cousin. Like maybe it's not Canada. Like I was just assuming it was in the program. Like what? Doesn't all your guys' doctors come to your family reunions? Wow, no, Canada's great.
Yeah, see, maybe that's it. Maybe it's the Klassen bubble that you live in that's giving you this rosy picture of. Yeah. Well, the Beaver Dam, getting back to the point, is it's 100 or it's 850 meters long. It's in Alberta.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they got all kinds of space up in Canada, so if they got room for an 850 meter long beaver dam, and nobody feels crowded.
You know, I assumed that it wasn't in Canada because every beaver dam that I've ever come across in Canada, we had one on our farm. My grandpa's farm had one. They were always like dynamiting it, blowing it up because they was messing up the crops with these beavers making dams. So we just blew them up. So I just assumed, nah, they'd have
blown that puppy up.
We don't have a lot of guns, but we got a lot of dynamite. Okay.
So you thought that they would have blown up the dam before it reached any sort of record length, so that the longest beaver dam would not be in Canada, but where would it be? Where would you think it would be if it's not in Canada?
Wherever they wouldn't blow the damn thing up. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know.
Okay. What is that length in American? It's some kind of feet. It's longer. It's longer in feet than it is in meters. Yeah. All right, I got two more affirm or denies, and then I've got some Canadian trivia, which is
I got
basically
at least break even. I got to get the next two right to break even, right?
Well, you're not.
Or I'm 1 and 2. Am I 1
You're
and
not
2?
going to have a chance. You're not going to have a chance really to break even on these. So when we get to the Canadian trivia, then and the name that Canadian game, then you'll have a chance to redeem yourself.
Okay.
All right. So Chinese restaurants in Canada give you a choice of either chopsticks or hockey sticks. Affirm or deny?
I'm going to go ahead and deny that.
I agree.
I feel like he should be answering first.
Yeah,
because I'm totally giving him, like, he knows when I know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You do have there's a little more confidence in your voice when you know.
Oh, so it's my bad acting. Okay,
Yeah.
I got it. I'm ready for this next. I'm ready for this next one.
The last one. This one is, and we'll let JT answer this one first. Okay, will that make you feel better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
30% of Canadian automobiles run on maple syrup. Affirm or deny?
I think I'll deny that.
Leland?
No, that's absolutely true.
Leland is correct.
Yeah, the Green Party implemented that a couple years back.
Wow.
They also make 60% of their dynamite out of maple syrup too.
Yeah,
so.
Oh yeah, it's highly explosive stuff.
All right. So we have a few other Canadian facts. Now, this is actually certifiable Canadian trivia, and I thought that I would ask some of these questions. These actually do have real answers to them,
okay.
And so if you this is not Name That Canadian yet. Our producer is
that'd be me. I'm Canadian. Oh, I thought it was a really simple game. Name the Canadian.
Don't run ahead, Leland.
Okay, sorry.
All right. So in sports, I've got a couple of sports-related questions. One of them was the Stanley Cup has its own bodyguard, and that's where I got that. The canoe capital of the world is located in, do you know where, Leland?
Am I going to get a multiple choice or no?
No, because I don't know enough cities in Canada to give you a multiple choice.
Well, I would somewhere probably in Quebec, I would say. It's
in Peterborough, Ontario.
Well, that's close to Quebec.
They're both in Canada, aren't they?
Yeah.
All right. So the other little, I want to move on from sports to history.
I don't know. And just so you know, I don't know if canoeing is considered. Well, I guess it's in the Olympics, so it has to be a sport. Is that what you're saying?
Well, but so is ribbon twirling. So
Right.
and bowling. There's
I,
bowling.
I wish you would have asked me the ribbon twirling capital of Canada, because that I know. Fort Nelson, British Columbia.
What's the official
Wow.
sport of Canada? I'll give you a hint. It's not hockey.
No, I know. It's lacrosse.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
true. Would you have guessed that, JT?
No.
No.
I would have guessed curling.
Really?
Curling is so good.
It seems like we got off on a curling tangent last time you were on, didn't we?
You know what I'm actually missing right now because of your show?
What?
The Canadian Mixed Curling Championships. So that is, it's a little different than regular curling. It's kind of like a,
How?
well,
Is it interesting? Is it different from regular curling in that
it would be like
that it's
7 on,
interesting?
it'd be like flag football compared to football. Like it's a little different. It's not quite as, there's not as much contact.
In mixed curling?
Yeah. You can't hit as much. Randy Furby, that's right. I told you the Randy Furby story last time, didn't I?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And that carried on for several weeks.
I love Randy Furby.
Brian April obviously could not get over Randy Furby last time.
Yeah.
So he
Got to
still
meet
got
my
it going.
icon.
Mhm.
Lacrosse, yeah, no lacrosse, and there's 2 forms of it now. There's like a outdoor lacrosse, and there's box lacrosse, which is now they play in arenas. And I got off on a YouTube tangent a while back, and it was lacrosse fights. So like hockey fights, they drop their gloves and they're throwing punches, and you're like, but it's hockey, so it's not. They're not really fighting. But in lacrosse, box lacrosse, they're actually like it's like a street fight. It's the craziest thing.
Right. So
anyway,
is that better?
I didn't mean to go off on a tangent.
Is that better lacrosse than field lacrosse?
It's a quicker game. So it's like watching it's like watching Randy Furby in mixed curling as compared to this.
Say no more.
Yeah,
That paints the perfect picture for us. All right. Now this is one for JT, because I hope that Leland knows the answer to this. Canada officially became its own independent country in what year? An independent country in what year?
Wow. Independent.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, just so you know, and you don't feel bad, I had no idea that this year, and it's probably going to be. I'll give you a hint. It's probably earlier, it's probably later than you think.
Okay. So you'll forgive me, Leland. I'm going to guess like 1885.
Oh, you're close. You're close. Come down a little bit.
Really? 1883? 1878?
Keep going. Keep going down.
1876?
Okay, maybe I said you're close. You're like within 20 years.
He's going the wrong direction. Maybe Leland doesn't know when it is.
1867 is
Okay.
when we.
1867.
Well, the Canada Act was, from the trivia that I've got, the Canada Act was when you guys became an independent country, and that was in 1982.
Oh,
you did
Is
it
that wrong?
non-violently, right?
I guess
Have, like, a
technically, but
revolution.
1867 is when the Dominion of Canada was formed. And the
Okay.
reason it's called the Dominion of Canada, see, I'm giving you so much trivia right now, is because, the Bible verse, and he shall have dominion from sea to sea. That was literally built into so boom, there you go.
Did you guys did it non-violently though, right? You didn't have a revolution against England or
Yeah,
did
we just asked them. We just waited another 100 years or so, and we were like, hey, me and some of the boys back here just got talking, and we said, hey, what if we had our own country? What do you guys think? And the British were like, I suppose.
Because we don't want to dynamite all of those dams. You can have it. I don't even know what that accent was. It wasn't English, but
So you know who didn't sign in 1982? Who didn't sign that extra whatever that was that you're talking about?
Saskatchewan.
Quebec.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I
They
believe
held
so.
out.
Yeah, I mean they got some issues. Everybody's got a black sheep in the family.
Yeah, and it's
Canada, it's
Quebec.
Quebec. They're
You guys mutter about Quebec to each other.
sure.
Quebec. Okay. What year was the toonie introduced?
Oh, I don't know that. That's
Anybody?
fairly recent.
Mm-hmm.
Was it in the 1900s? The 1990s?
Yes. It is in the
So I'm
1990s.
guessing 96.
That's amazing. That's right. Did you just Google that while you were pretending to think, or
I'm just guessing. 90s.
toonie was 1996? Yeah.
When was when was the loonie? Do you know that?
No, I don't have that one.
Either do I.
Okay. So prior to the toonie, what did you guys do? Just trade sticks and rocks with each other? Beaver pelts?
Mostly. We also had a $2 bill.
Yeah, we had one of those for a little while.
It was red.
Well, of course it was. Your money is way prettier than ours.
Mm-hmm.
Our money's plastic now. Did you know that?
I know. Mm-hmm. Do you have some? Hold it up so they can see it. I have some, but it's downstairs, and I'm not going to go get it.
Yeah, I got some.
We'll move on to while you're doing
Apparently,
that.
all I got is fives. 5.
Yeah.
Here's
Yeah.
a 10, a purple 10.
Look at it.
Huh.
But see, it's like a piece of plate. It doesn't look like real money, does it?
You can
It
see
looks
me
like,
and the money at the same time.
Mm-hmm. You can
Wow.
look through and see
Huh.
Leland. But it looks like something that you would find in a board game.
Oh, we use them for
Doesn't
board
it?
games. Yeah, all the time.
Mhm.
Yeah. You're not going anywhere, right? So
Yeah.
you might as well. All right. The
Did I get extra points for having the money on hand?
no. So I'm not sure how to ask this question. I'm just going to say it. The baseball glove was invented in Canada. Did you know that?
Affirm.
The baseball glove was actually invented in Canada. And that surprised me.
Because I bet you what happened was there were some wimpy Canadians who were like, it hurts. My hand.
That was my question. That's my question. Would it be okay if I wore a glove? I made this thing because my hand is really hurting.
You see, now I'm back to I gotta leave Canada. This is ridiculous. We need gloves to play a game. Come on, barehanded like the Americans, you losers.
But we don't. I thought we have them now. We have gloves and they're giant. Like a baseball glove now it's like wearing a laundry basket on your hand.
You should see my glove, especially.
I'll bet.
Yeah,
I'll bet. Your regular gloves. It's not even a baseball glove, right?
I might have a picture of it.
Of your baseball glove?
Never mind. You
All right.
continue, and if I can find it, I'll show you it.
The Hawaiian pizza was invented in Ontario. Did you know that?
No, but it's my favorite pizza. So there
Uh-huh.
is some good that came out of Canada.
There
Uh-huh.
you go.
Hawaiian pizza was invented in Canada.
And you know what? Pineapples can't grow here either. So that's another.
So was Canadian bacon
Just-
invented in Hawaii?
Yeah,
Well,
probably.
There's some trivia. There's some trivia for you. There is no such thing as Canadian bacon.
Oh,
You
okay.
guys made that up.
We did?
Well, I don't know what Canadian bacon is, and we don't have it in Canada.
You don't
We
have Canadian
ham,
bacon? All
and we have
bacon, all the bacon you have is Canadian bacon, Leland. I don't know how to break this to you. But
It might be back bacon. I've been told, but we don't call Canadian bacon. We don't have. That's not a thing.
Okay. Well, if Hawaiian pizza was invented in Canada, what's real in the whole world? What is real? What can we point to and say?
Good question.
Didn't Naz have a joke about the Grand Slam? You know what I'm talking about? The American Grand Slam meal at Denny's.
He says Naz's joke. Okay, we're going to do our friend Naz's joke here. So if you think this is funny, don't give me or Leland credit for it. But I think the joke goes something. He's talking about how much he loves America because it's the only country in the world where they can take Canadian bacon, English muffin, and French toast and call it the all-American breakfast.
There we go. That's the joke. Man, did I butcher that joke? Hey,
Yeah. What's the most popular cheese in Canada? We'll do a couple more of these and then we'll bring Brian in for the.
I would assume just some cheddar.
Do you have a guess, JT?
Gruyere. I tried to buy a block of Gruyere at the store the other day, and a little piece about that big was $8. And I said, I'm buying a bag of the Laura Lynn brand Mexican mixed.
And so you thought for this is an $8 chunk of cheese. This is probably the most popular in Canada. You know?
It was just
Somebody said Hawaiian cheese.
Yeah, Hawaiian.
Nope, it's cheddar. That's right. Rachel's on it. The reason that Rachel's knocking these out of the park and Julia is because they're Canadian. So that's why
I'm actually doing pretty good too.
Are you? You are.
Well, I'm doing better than the affirm deny.
Each Canadian eats an average of how many eggs per year?
Every year.
Yeah. If you don't get this one, then you should probably leave the country. How many eggs does the average Canadian eat? Now, I'm sure there's going to be some people who eat more than this.
I'm going to say that people are eating it every 3 days. So I'm going to say in the hundreds. So I'm going to say 150.
JT, do you have a guess?
Well, if you count eggs that you mix in with other food, like
are we doing that?
I'm just thinking,
it says the average Canadian eats an average of this number of eggs.
I would probably double it and say like 350.
That's almost an egg a day. And then you take like a week off and don't eat any eggs. Okay. It's 190.
Oh, okay.
190.
Good
Rachel
job,
was
Leland.
way off on that. Rachel said 40. So evidently not an egg person.
She's not getting her protein.
This is going to be easy for Leland and for our Canadian friends. So I'm going to ask JT and see if he knows. I actually did know this one. What store or restaurant has the most franchises, the most outlets in Canada? What's the most widely common restaurant?
Restaurant.
I know the answer
to that. I'll let you take a crack at it first, JT, but I know the answer to that.
Tim Hortons?
That's what I was going to say.
That's what it is. It's Tim Horton. My experience with Tim Hortons, look at even the Americans know that one, was I went to Canada and to do a show like 150 years ago. And because now they don't do shows in Canada anymore, Leland.
150 years ago. That was like near 1867.
Yeah, that was when you guys first became a nation.
Yeah.
And the guy said, we're going to take you to Tim Hortons and get Tim Hortons coffee. Tim Hortons coffee is the greatest coffee on the face of the earth. You got to have Tim Hortons coffee. Do you like coffee? I'm like, yeah, I like coffee. He goes, Tim Hortons is the greatest coffee you'll ever have. And then, so they buy me this cup of Tim Hortons coffee. And then they're both, this guy and his wife, very nice. They're nice people. But they're just looking at me like I'm opening a gift on Christmas. It's that kind of expression on their face. They're just waiting to be part of this moment that I'm about to have where I consume the greatest cup of coffee in the whole world. And I said, hey, this is really good coffee. But in my heart, it's like, this just tastes like regular gas station coffee. And that's not necessarily a slam. I just didn't notice, a dramatic difference between Tim Hortons coffee and their other coffee. So
I felt the same way.
Yeah.
Oh, you had Tim Hortons as well?
Yeah, but I had it in Columbus, Ohio. I didn't have it in Canada. So
there you go.
There you go.
That's the problem right there.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Some barista in Easton Village in Columbus doesn't know how to put together like Peterborough Ontario,
Yeah, you're probably right.
the canoe capital of Canada.
The canoe capital of Canada. All right. I got one more question. This is important. This is probably the most important. How many auto accidents per year in Canada involve moose?
Oh.
How many auto accidents involve moose?
Across
Per
the
year.
country, though.
Yeah.
So I'm saying 2 or 3 a month. So times 12. Yeah, I'm in around the. I'm going to say 43. 47. 47.
Okay. JT?
I'm gonna guess
3,000.
I'm gonna guess 1,300.
1,300. Okay. A plethora. The Canadians are sounding off, and Rachel's guesstimation is 3,000. JT says 1,300. Leland is a little less than 10, is what Tabby thinks. She doesn't know Jack. She doesn't even know about Tim Hortons. Jasmine, who lives in Australia, says that the kangaroo incidents will double it there, and that's probably true because there's way more kangaroo. 150. The actual number is 224 car accidents involving moose, and in some capacity. I assume that not many of those are actually moose driving, but they're outside the vehicle in some capacity. But they involve moose in some manner. So there you go. The moose just leap out in front of you. Yes, they do.
Well,
All
they
right.
kind of lumber out in front, right? They're big.
They're huge.
Like most cars. Oh, there's Randy Furby. I love it.
You were looking so glum and so down about Canada. I wanted to just bring back the love and the joy.
I forgot about Randy Furby. Randy Furby is the reason I'm going to stay in Canada.
Yes, we did
I forgot about our national hero, Randy Furby.
We
The
did it.
national treasure. And look how excited he is to hear that you're staying. He's so excited. Look at it.
Hooray. Okay, well, we're going to enjoy the last 15 minutes then, because we know that Leland, we've raised his spirits, and Canada is going to keep his family. So,
I'm going to see my doctor tonight. It's a meal, but your doctors have you over for meals every once in a while, right?
Sure.
Yeah, on Sunday nights. Yeah, absolutely.
They set our shoulders and they lance our boils and they serve us meatloaf. And,
Oh, meatloaf.
all right. This is a little game that I made up in honor of our Canadian friends. And it's called Name That Canadian. And basically what I've done is I've modified, those of you who are regulars to the show, I've modified the proboscis of rock.
Oh, no.
to focus on different pieces of Canadians, of famous Canadians, and your job is to guess who these people are. So the first one is this. And you'll notice that it's not a nose, but it is a part of a Canadian's head.
I mean, this to me looks like a prime minister. Is that
Okay.
Justin Trudeau?
Yeah, I think it's Bieber. I think it's Bieber as well. I think it's Justin Bieber, the other prime minister.
They're guessing Bieber.
His hair is too blonde.
Mm-hmm. Jeff, that's just not correct. We haven't seen it yet. It's not Ryan Reynolds, and it's not Red Green.
Sir Isaac Brock. Oh, is it the other Levy? Is it the Levy kid, Dan Levy?
No.
Oh yeah, Dan Levy.
Eugene Levy's a good guess. That is.
The eyebrows aren't thick enough though.
That I would
For
put in.
Eugene Levy. Yeah, Eugene Levy's got the really thick eyebrows.
Wait, that's not me, is it? Like when I was younger or something?
No,
Okay.
it's not Justin Bieber. Okay, I will. I actually figured that this one would not be that hard.
Really?
Every time I say that, the producer makes this horrible face and
Is-
shakes her
is-
head at me
is-
like I'm a
Is
dork.
Tom Hanks a Canadian? I don't think so. But
All right,
I'll
flip
just say
that
Tom
one around.
Hanks.
And Aykroyd.
Katie Lang.
No,
Elon Musk is Canadian?
no, that's Katie Lang. Katie Lang is Elon Musk. It's not Jim Carrey. It's not Dan Cook. There we go. Yeah, it's Elon Musk, and yes, he is Canadian.
Why did I not know Elon Musk is Canadian?
I don't know.
Hmm.
The Canadian public education, I guess. All right, how about this?
That's looking a little like Trudeau, but I've already used that guess. Can I use it again?
Yes, you can. If you think it's Trudeau.
I think that's Trudeau during the lockdown. He grew a beard.
Have you got a guess, JT?
What's the name of the actor that played Al on Home Improvement? The sidekick.
I don't know, but he's not Canadian, is he?
I have no idea.
I don't think so.
He should be.
Is it
He should be.
Is it a singer?
I was thinking Kenny Loggins, but I don't think he's Canadian.
No, he's not Canadian. I because I'm not familiar with the game, we can sit there and ask you guesses or advice.
You can. It's not Wayne Gretzky. It's not Tim Allen. I'll give you a hint. It's an actor.
Oh,
It's an actor.
It's a celebrity. It's
We're getting way more hints than we normally do.
Yeah. Well,
You're just being gracious.
An actor.
I feel bad.
I mean, that's not Ryan Reynolds or one of the Ryans. What other Canadian actors are there? It's not. Is that Jim Carrey wearing a beard?
It's not Jim Carrey. It's a good guess.
That's a good guess, though. That's a really good
let's
guess.
see. Let's see. I can give you a. Well, if I start naming movies, you'll know. I just go ahead and flip it around. We got enough of these that we can do another one. It is.
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu.
I should have got that.
You really should have.
Winnipeg boy.
we had a great. We had an encounter with Keanu in Manhattan one time.
Of course you did. Let's hear about it.
We walked out of a restaurant on the Upper West Side on Amsterdam Avenue called the Popover, and this guy walked out in front of us. He even held the door for Mom, and we were waiting at this crosswalk with him to cross the street, and Dad looked, and he had food all over the seat of his pants. He'd sat down in some food in the restaurant. And so Dad tapped him on the shoulder and said, "Hey, I hate to tell you this, but you've got food all over the seat of your pants." And he turned around and he goes, "Oh, I was trying to put my best foot forward." And he started wiping it off, and it was Keanu. So that was kind of fun.
Oh,
That's what he's known for. Sitting on his food.
totally sat in Tim Hortons.
Oh,
Excellent.
Bogus.
that's what he's known for.
he said bogus. That would have been funny. Oh,
Bogus.
bogus, dude.
Totally bogus.
Oh,
All right. What's the next one?
that's Michael J. Fox is who that is.
Boom!
Wow.
He doesn't even take any prisoners. He doesn't give anybody a chance to even try.
Jack.
He's got a pretty distinctive grin, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He does.
Does he sit in his food too?
No.
No.
How is anyone going to guess that? That's a beaver. That's a straight up beaver. That's Bieber. That's Justin Bieber. Boom. Yes.
I love the indignant. How is anyone ever going to guess that? Oh, it's Bieber.
I'm going through an emotional roller coaster today. Now I'm staying. I'm happy. I'm mad. I'm sad. I don't know what's going on.
He's up and down, all the hormones. It's not gross Bieber. It's Justin Bieber. I don't know why people wouldn't like Justin Bieber. The guy he's insanely talented. I mean, you gotta give that to him. He's really talented.
I mean,
You heard his latest
you don't
hit?
have to give it to him.
Peaches?
You don't have to. you can be a jerk, I guess.
Yeah, you could be like, I'm not giving him nothing. Look at that hair. I'd recognize that. There's no talent in that hair.
I don't care. Talented. I hate him. All right. How about this?
Alanis Morissette.
Oh, that's a pretty good guess.
It's a good guess. It's not right.
Demi Moore?
Demi Moore's not Canadian. You know, why does that look like Megan Fox, who's not Canadian?
It's not Megan Fox.
No, I know. She's not Canadian. Why'd
you ask the question, man?
So.
Why does it look like her? How am I going to
You know
answer
who that
that
looks
question?
like to me? It looks like the girl that married, but she's not Canadian either. She's British. What's her name?
Oh,
Adele.
yeah. Mark.
She married. She was in the greatest Tom Cruise movie in the last couple of years. Edge of Tomorrow. Emily Blunt. That's what she kind of looks like.
Emily Blunt.
That I can see how you would say that.
No, I know it's not her because she's British. Okay, I gotta nail this.
Why do you keep guessing people who aren't Canadian?
Well, I think my assumption is you've made a mistake.
That's so great. Oh, it's Emily Blunt. Is it Emily Blunt? No, it's not. Well, I know because she's British. Okay, dude.
I'm saying that's who it looks like. I never said that's who I think it is. Rachel McAdams or something. I don't know.
No, that's a good guess. Go ahead and flip it around. No. That's too bad. Yeah.
Oh, it's Elliot Page.
It's
Elliot. Yeah, that's right.
I was hoping one of you would say that. Yes, it's Elliot Page. He is a Canadian.
Yep.
So I think we've got.
I'm leaving the country again. I'm leaving it again.
All right, how about this? This one you might get to.
What's
Our producer knows this one.
This sassy little Katy Perry's not Canadian. I'm reading the.
They're one of the Olsen twins.
It is a girl. No, I don't. Are the Olsen twins Canadian?
No,
I'm not sure they are.
Is it that girl that was in the Bourne movies? What's her name?
Some of them have it. Some people have it.
Avril
Yeah.
Lavigne.
Stephanie has
Avril
it.
Lavigne. Sure.
Yeah, that's it. Yes. I just wanted to see the GIF. I'm so happy that you guys got it because I just.
Leland, in case you're wondering, we've taken our faces and put them onto GIFs, and they've kind of made them all creepy. That's what you're seeing. So you're not seeing the internet incorrectly. That they have been altered.
Well, the funny thing is, I was using that same GIF, so I don't know how I got it.
I think we got one more, don't we? Oh, there's two more. Okay.
William Shatner. That's
Boom.
the Shat Man.
Yeah.
That's a
See?
Shat head if I ever seen one.
That's a shat head if I've ever seen one.
You have
Yep.
fat heads, now you have shat heads.
Yeah.
Do you know how old William Shatner is?
He's
72.
like 80, isn't he?
He's almost 90. He's 89 years old.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That surprised me. He looks pretty good for 90,
Yeah,
I
he
think.
does. He's clipping along.
He looks like
Give us
he's
your
in his
best Captain.
70s, that guy. Yeah.
Give us your best Captain Kirk, John. You got a Captain Kirk for us?
Do what?
You give us your best Captain Kirk.
I can't do that.
Not bad. Not bad.
Have you got a Captain Kirk, Brian?
Not really. It's just the same thing. It's just totally just Buzz and Doc. Sometimes. It's not really good. Just totally.
He doesn't call him Doc, does he? He calls him Bones. He doesn't say Doc, sleepy, happy.
No,
I
I
thought
said
you-
talk. I didn't enunciate. That's all.
I thought you were just putting him in a different movie. I was confused.
Doc, we got to go back to the future. 88.
That's a fun game. Why did we just put Canadians in other movies?
Yeah.
We don't even need other Canadians, just Shatner. Just William Shatner in other movies.
That's all you need.
No, it's a terrible impression.
Oh, I'm writing that down though. William Shatner in other movies. That's going to be another game. That's going to replace When Would We Eat This?
We could do that
Yeah.
with Christopher Walken as well.
What a
Yep.
great idea.
William Shatner. We could do William Shatner preaching sermons. We could do William Shatner singing heavy metal. All right.
That's me for sure. I can spot a shat head when I see one.
It's either Leland's hand or a face hugger from Alien.
There it is. That's me. It's so great. It's not even a whole picture. All it is just half of a hand, and he's like, it's my hand.
I recognize my hand anywhere.
I know the front of the hand like the back of my hand. Oh, all right. Have we done everything that we're supposed to do? We've kind of run out of time for weird news. So
I apologize. All my complaining about Canada sent us over the edge, and I apologize for that.
No, Leland, you have nothing to apologize for.
Especially, you got my favorite Bible verse behind you there too, so that's awesome.
Oh yeah,
Micah 6:8.
That's
Leland, on this show, you do not apologize. I will apologize for you.
That's right.
Yeah.
That is why I'm here.
Is there something? Okay. Is there something that you want to apologize for, Leland? Is there something?
Well, I am Canadian, so it feels right to end it with an apology.
Okay, well, that is Brian's job. So you just tell Brian what you want to apologize for, and he will do it.
Oh, okay. Sorry if I didn't live up to your expectations.
Okay.
If you could just.
Brian? I just want to put it out there for everyone. I want to apologize on behalf of Leland that we weren't clear enough. That he shouldn't apologize, and this is causing all sorts of confusion right here between us that really shouldn't be there. And I'm so sorry for the way the show is just kind of turned around here at this last moment. And I just really hope that you'll all give us another chance, because it's just a miscommunication. We figured we'd have multiple apologies, and it didn't work. And I'm sorry.
All right. Thanks, Leland. That's it. That's gonna be it for this week's show. We've got nothing left except the snappy wrap up, and I think the snappy wrap up is going to be done by Brian April, and it's going to be done in the style of one of those
it's John Thomas
movie. What are we doing?
John Thomas. Snappy wrap up.
Snappy wrap up. Okay, I should learn to read. John Thomas is going to do snappy wrap up, and he's going to do it in the style of the guy who announces blockbuster movies. You know the guy I'm talking about?
Oh yes.
All right, I'm out of here.
We want you to join the click on johnbranyon.com. And don't forget, the vacay with comics is August 20th through the 22nd. You can find your details on the website. You can find JT at johnthomasoaks.com, Brian April at comedybrian.com, and he's going to let us know where we can get one of his mugs, right? And we're going to find Juan DeVivo at castinggrounds.com. And the anniversary special Murder Mystery is April the 4th, so please tell your friends.
A special thank you to Leland Klassen.
Yes,
and for all of you for watching. Leland, where can they find you?
LelandKlassen.com or any of the social medias. That's where you can find me.
And we will see you all next week.
Thanks for having me.